Welcome to Season 7 of the NRRA. Last season, Season 6, was my rookie season, and I somehow won it. That was not my expectation going into it. But now that I've done that, I have high expectations for myself. As the season starts, I also want to mention my team owner, Daytona, the driver of the 41, is retiring after this season. My main goal for this season is to try and make him a multi-time champ and get him his second championship in league history. Make him the second to ever do that. So, hopefully we can fulfill that goal. We start here obviously at Daytona for the 500 in week 1. So, again, goal, get Daggett into those playoffs and try and get him another championship in some shape or way or form. So, let's go and get into the first race of Season 7 here in the NRRA. So, with the new season comes a lot of new faces and a lot of new people in different cars. Soaring is now in the 88 as he now owns what was MMS, turned it Chevy, and is basically Junior Motorsports. I created Team ECR. I have brought in Blue and Rover to be my main drivers in that team. Oda joined D1. He's in the 20 side by side with me right now. And that's a decent amount of it. Oh, Oda did make a team. They made a 2311. As you see, Rover already wrecking. Same with Iron. He's in the 24 now. Newman, Tanuki, Soaring's around, and we already have our first caution of the season. Great way to start the season. 60 lap race at Daytona, and the first lap there's already wrecks. As there is even more wrecks up ahead. You have Hank in the 4, he finally made a race. The 41, 20, and 38, they're all battling. I get past, I get shoved down by Dega a little bit. In his final 500, he's got a lot that he's trying to do. We will now restart once again. As you can see, there are 16 people in the server at the time of this race. There, I think, was 13 people actually racing. As you can see, the 23 behind me, you didn't see that car last year. That is O-Doge. It's the 2311 version of Doge Motorsports as I turn Oda, the owner of O-Doge, as he actually goes flipping pretty rough. Yeah, that's Xenon in the 23. I have had very high hopes for him, and he kind of got stuck in a weird situation. He's part-time for the season. Blue up here, the 38, he goes around, but he's able to save it. We are, as you can notice, obviously not on United as I go up and over, and I save it. We go 5 wide. I decide to back out right away. Um, this is still Soaring's game. There were a lot of updates made, a lot of troubleshooting, especially the day before in D2. We will not go into depth about that because it is not good for the league. Um, but yeah, we had a lot of late night testing the day before this to make sure this was all good for everyone. We had to implement a race driver cap so that the game didn't lag out a crap ton. You see drivers get pushed down into Oda as he's merging. Banan, he's also up here in D1 now finally. He's part-time this season in the 19. Does kind of sound weird, but he is up here. There goes Blue and Happy. They go around. The 23, the 10, they're around as well. The 23 flipping like crazy. I somehow find my way to Soaring as well. Me and him, the really the top two drivers of last season. We're side by side there going at the line. Now we restart. Banan up front. You have the 4 of Hank there and Iron after getting the boot from Doge last season. Now on KJS. Everyone kind of expected it in a way. I don't know how to say it. They didn't expect it, but the team kind of fit for Iron with how he drove last year. See Banan pushing the Ford down. I have the 10 behind me, the 38. I've got a lot of teammates, especially in the Ford camp, right behind me. As we're all wrecking, though, I'm going to go back up and over. I'm on top of the 88 and the 24. The 9 goes around, up and over. I flip again into the catch fence. I somehow don't take any crazy damage. People are still wrecking. Dega's back here for some reason. But within all that, the caution did come out, only for a couple people wrecking. Oda did spin out as well, so I do gain at least one more position for this next restart. But I think you can see why this race might be a little longer of a race. You might be seeing why it's going to be almost an hour long. After that last caution, though, Oda, the 20, him and the Doge guys, and even the Odoge guys, talked with Dega, and we just kind of made a game plan to try and just sit at the back of the pack, wind these laps down together, and not try and cause any wrecks. So that's what our plan was. Soaring also going back with us as well. He, I think, was a part of the plan at this point. I don't know if he was or not. But you can see they're all being really chaotic up there. Blue is up there, though. The 4 gets turned. There goes the 5 as well. The 19 comes down the track as well. The 9 and Dega get into it. We're all wrecking once again. The 20, the 41, they're both up in the air. And I somehow make my way through. How I interpreted this game plan was I would stay in the back if I'm in the back, but if I'm up front with another driver, so Blue will take as an example since he's out there right now. If Blue was up there and I was also up with him, I would stay up there and just push right now. Tanuki is also up there. That'd be another driver I'd do it with. But for the time being, I'm kind of in this mid pack. They're 4 wide. They're wrecking again. Iron in the wall. Blue comes down the track. It's in him and Soaring around, so I gain 2 more spots just based on a little bit of miscommunication. But now, Blue and Tanuki, like I had said earlier, they're up here. Rover's also up here as well. The 4 is kind of there, but I am going to stick on this outside, and I am going to fall back because I don't get a good start, but the 19 goes around. I stay on the high side. I'm pushing Iron a little bit as he's very chaotically going back and forth up and down the track. I stay on this outside. I've got the 4 of Hank Harvick behind me. Blue goes up to the top side. He's going to help. The 23 gets up there as well. We make some contact up front, but nothing too bad. I go down to the low side because I don't want to get stuck up high right now, but the 34 goes around, up and over. Does save it though. He lands it perfectly. 10 out of 10 landing. And I found myself up at the front. Soaring is up here with us as well. The 10 is on the outside, but I accidentally go to the inside because I'm looking backwards at a wreck. 38 gets in the air a little bit. He goes around and will fly into the air again. Lots of wrecks, lots of airborne crashes with this blowover model. Banan merging now. I'm trying to get a push from the 24. I try and time it, but I don't time it well enough. I push Iron down low, below the double yellow, and I have to cede position to him. But the 9 turns him a little bit, but he does get side by side. I block this absolute high line from Soaring, and we start wrecking again. Banan is trying to clear himself, trying to get back up the track. He goes back into Soaring, but they all kind of save it. Now I'm back here with Oda, Dega, Rover. We're all back here now. And I'm just going to hang out now. I'm going to hang out on this high side. Hopefully not get involved in any wrecks. And that's really my game plan now. We are on lap 9 of 60, so we are just about to be a sixth of the way through, but there goes Iron around. Rover, I think, gets collected a little bit. He does. And they all go over there. So they all wash up the track a good amount, and I'm trying to get around people, not wreck. The 4 does go around, though, just now. It collects the 38 and the 23 as well. The 9 pushes the 20 down the track. Sorry, not the 9, the 10. There's too many blue cars today in this race. The 19 gets squirrely. He wrecks. He's looking to save it still on the bumper of soaring. I think he does eventually save it. We are now on lap 10, though. 1/6 of the way through officially. I tagged the 10, which allows me to get tagged by the 38. And yeah, chaos behind us. So the caution doesn't come out yet, but they keep wrecking. So caution I think does eventually come out here. I don't remember, but I am pushing Tanuki 38 behind me, which is huge. Dega's finally up here with us, helping us out a little bit for a sec, but then goes to the high side with Happy, which doesn't really do much. I'm trying to give Blue the draft to catch up and get to Tanuki, but it's not going to work. So we're going to go just about 3 wide. We do eventually go 3 wide. The 10 spinning, he can't save it. He tries to save it. The 9 comes up the track after he gets loose. He collects the 5. The 19 loose. The caution finally comes out as people are flipping in the back. I'm going to push for 38. Blue, a new rookie to the league. He's trying to get out in front, maybe make a statement to start the year, prove why he could be a Rookie of the Year candidate, but you never know. It is just Daytona here, so it's not a lot to prove, but it could be if you do it right. He does cross the line to win the race back, and will start on the inside in P1 for this restart. Lap 12 now of 60. Again, very long race. We're only a fifth of the way or so through the video. It's a very long video. So, on this restart, I'm going to try and get in line with the 10. I do. I drop back. It allows me to get in between him and the 41 now, who is another teammate, obviously, the 41. So now we're going to try and go help Blue a little bit. We look to go to this outside line, help him out. And it does work for a sec, but then we go 4 wide up in the front, and I decide not to go help a crazy amount. I am going to start pushing this 10, though, hopefully trying to get out in front, but it's not going to work very well. We go 4 wide again, and you know how this goes by now. 38 goes around, he goes flipping viciously, collects the 9 with him. The 27 kind of washes everyone up. I wreck a little bit. I save it, but then Dega comes back up track. Then I save it again off of Oda. And yeah, we're back racing, but under yellows. The 19 goes around. We all have to avoid him. The 4 goes around now. We have to avoid him. And we're all still going, trying to fight for a lead. The 10, Tanuki, he's up there. Now my goal, push him up front, try and get him the lead, and it's going to happen. They actually wreck behind me. The 88 gets around, the 20 pushing me. I'm fine with him being on the inside. The 10 can lead. I'll be on the outside. It doesn't matter too much right now, so we're only on lap 14 to 16. So now you see a fan on the track, Olympic. He's now blacklisted. Don't question it. We have our own reasons. Yeah, the 10 gets out to a rocket of a start, and I get behind him. So now my goal is to push the heck out of him. I kind of want to do what I did at Indy last season, if you remember that. And yeah, that's about it. Soaring behind me, at this point, he does know the game plan is to just, let's try not to cause cautions. Let's just get through this race as fast as we can. But Banan gets behind us, and yeah, chaos starts happening. Banan was full throttle a long part of this race. He did not get off the throttle very often. But Tanuki's still out in front, and yeah, they wreck. So yeah, I get around, and people are gonna go. We're gonna merge back. Cut to lap 18. You can tell I'm bored of this race already. Watching it back. Tanuki wrecked eventually with me. And, yeah, the 41 Adega pushing the 9 right now. We're all getting chaotic. 38 goes around. He's going to hit the wall pretty hard, but he technically does save it. Dega looking, try and get past this 9, or at least up to him right now, and try and push him out of the way, and he does. So now I'm going to be right behind him, and I put him into the 9 and wreck him. Yeah, so this race is not very predictable. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, this race is very chaotic, if you could not tell by now. As they go and hit the wall even more. I'm now 3 wide, normally, because why not? Um, the 19 comes down on me. I have the urge to wreck him, but I decide not to. He gets into the 10. The 9 comes down the track. They get into it. And we somehow keep going, even though they're 4 wide. Soaring is trying to merge in the corner. It's not going to work very well. The 34 is around in the BeamNG car. Dega's back. And the 19 is around. If you can't tell, I am very not excited about this race looking back at it. But they do wreck. 41 goes up and over. He collects me. I go up and over. Save him somehow. Collect the 10. I go up and over again. Have a vicious wreck. And I drive by the 10, say hi, and even the 4. So now we are going to go to the next restart here. Olympic again on track, because why not? And Blue is up front again, somehow. He's been able to find his way up to the front even after wrecking in some shape or way or form. I just let this 19 by because I don't want to wreck, but I'm at the back of the field again. At this point, I'm kind of wanting to be aggressive. The 10 hits a random invisible wall, gets loose, he falls back. I decided to fall back a little as well, get behind Dega. He's behind Soaring, so I just initiate the sit back and watch plan again. And, yeah. So I'm just sitting here now. I'm not really doing anything now. So, doing exactly what I said in the strategy. Sit and watch. We're only a third of the way through this race, and I am bored. I want this race to get going. It's been probably close to a half hour in real time of this race, and I was not enjoying it because they kept wrecking just like they are right now. Somehow Blue staying up front. You can't really see it through the name tags. I did that just so you guys could try and get a feel for who is in what cars for this race. I'll do it for certain races here and there when new drivers are in certain cars. But the 88 goes around again. He saves it for a sec, gets the 4, the 10, the 19, everyone's around. I am involved, but I somehow am able to drive through all of it as the 88 and 19 have vicious wrecks. The 20 puts the 38 in the wall and then loses the race back to the line. So Blue somehow is still in the lead, being a rookie and everything, somehow up in the lead right now. He is Dega, who is a Ford teammate of his. I am the owner of that 38 car. Technically, I own that team. I'm going to go and try and help that car as much as I can. Iron in the 24, he popped down real quick. Oda's going to pop down as well for a moment, but it's not really going to do anything. They go 3 wide. We all get cleaned out a little bit. The 38 goes back up the track, and they wreck. The big one occurs. at Daytona. Me and Tanuki are the only survivors somehow out of all this. Not much here. We just race back to the line. So now on this next restart, we have a very interesting tactic. Olympic jumped on a NASCAR. So, yeah, that was a stupid decision from the fan right there. Jumps onto a car and Tanuki has to pull off to the side. Loses about 10 spots because of it. But now I have Soaring and Oda up here, which I'm hoping will just push me for the time being, because we aren't even halfway through this race, and we all just want to be done with it. So they go to the high side instead and push up there. I'm going to try and control this low side, make sure nobody wrecks. And as I say that, the high side decides to start a wreck. And then we all start wrecking the 19 around again. But I have found my teammate driver that I own, the 38. And we are now going to push. We're going to do a tandem draft here. We're going to push the 24 up the track. And now me and the 38 are going to get dislodged. But luckily, Lieutenant Tanuki is going to be right behind us, and he's going to help probably me, but I don't remember. Yes, he will, because Iron decided to go and help the 38, which works out because he pushed him down into me, but then we get a little involved in something, and the 10 goes to the high side. But luckily, another teammate, the 4, gets behind me, so now the 38 leading the pack as a rookie. I'm behind him with another teammate behind me, and yeah, we've got a lot. So, as I say that, the 24 goes around, and I think he involves some others. The 9 also goes around, but he saves it for sure. Now we have 3 Fords up in the lead, and it is still a boring race. Too many wrecks are happening. But, luckily, since we all decided to figure it out a little bit, we aren't getting as many cautions. So now I'm pushing the 38, the 10 behind me, the 4 behind him, and yeah, that's until we decide to go 3 wide, and yeah, I'm getting pushed from the 88 now, but luckily we keep it straight enough. That's until the 4 gets a little squirrely, and then the 88 gets to the inside of me, then the 24 washes up track, gets into everyone, and we start wrecking again. He takes out a good amount of the field, and Tanuki's around, and he is somehow in the lead. The 19 wants to wreck again. The 41 goes down to the low side. 34 is finally up here. I haven't seen him a lot, but there goes the 19 and the 88, and the caution is going to fly in the race as the 24 just about gets turned by Daytona in the 41. And I'm going to come right behind the 41 because I want him to get into the lead. 34 pushing the 38. They're teammates, so it makes sense. I'm still pushing the 24, not the 24, the 41 a lot. The 20's pushing the 24. It's not working a lot. I push Dega up into blue, hoping he can give him a push, and it does work. I give Dega enough of a push into blue, but it doesn't work out enough. I don't even know what position, but we all wreck there. But now we're going to get going green again. We're just about halfway through this race now, but not a lot is going to happen. The 24 is out in the lead. The 34 behind me, the 38 to the inside, the 88 also there. The 10 is on the inside now. He pushes the 30 up the track. The 34 behind me. And yeah, they're still squirrely back there, but they all save it and we don't wreck. So we keep going. The 38 washes up the track. I'm pushing the 88 because I have no other option. Banan, the 19, he's on my inside. They get squirrely up front. The 9 spins out for some reason. And then we're all kind of single file for a moment, and then the 38 gets involved in something, gets Oda around. The 19 spins himself out off the 23. I'm 3 wide below the double yellow. The 38 spins himself out now. They are wrecking viciously hard back there. The 9, I don't even know what he hit, but he shot like a rocket off the wall for some reason. I'm now pushing the 34 because he is a driver of mine, of my team, but it doesn't last long because I get pushed to the high side. But you have the 4 and the 10 controlling the fields, and I spin out. Yeah. So, we're gonna catch up to the field pretty fast because I get in front of Oda and he's gonna push me with the draft from the field, and we're gonna catch them pretty much immediately. And we are officially to the halfway mark of the race. At this point, I want this race to be over, but it's only halfway through. So, yeah, we're all just kind of riding together right now. We're not trying to wreck right now, so we go too wide. But then people get a little squirrely as lap cars come up the track and they hit the 38 who is merging. And they decide to wreck because they wanted to. But no, caution comes out, luckily. So we get to keep doing laps, make this race go a lot quicker. I don't even know. I'd have to look at the VOD, but yeah, at this point we're nearing probably the hour mark of the race, and we all want to be done at this point. So, me and the 4 are trying to create a line, but the 24 decides to wreck. He spins out. The 88 gets up the track, wrecks some people, I think. But now I'm hooked up with the 4, the 23 behind me, and we're no longer hooked up. But at least I have the 38 on the inside, right? Yeah, now he's to my inside and we're 4 wide. But he backs off because he listens to me. And it doesn't matter because I eventually spin out and we wreck. But we all save it somehow. And then blue clears out Tanuki. I try saving him, doesn't work. Then blue goes up and over. And then the 19 goes around. And then the 41 comes up the track. They hit more people. A semi-big one happens. I think the caution came up before the line. So I gave up position, and I'm hoping they wreck so I can get to an inside line on this restart. So I'm just kind of sitting back, watching these people, seeing if they will do something, have some sort of wreck, and they do. Literally all of them wreck. So I get to the inside, but I'm 4 wide. So, yeah, I'm just trying to hold my position. I'm just trying to hold my line. I eventually cross down to the inside. I get side by side with the 23 just barely. Now we're below the double yellow line. We're coming back up the track because we can. And I'm going to get to the line first somehow. I'm going to be leading the line somehow. I don't know how, but yeah, I'm in front for once, finally. Have the 4 pushing me. That's a good thing for me. Someone left, I'm pretty sure. And, yeah. The 4 is behind me. 20 behind us. He's a part of this game plan that I had talked about a long time ago. And we're still just trying to run down as many laps as we can. We're only on lap 33 of 60. And it's felt like an eternity of a race because of the amount of cautions we have had. So now I'm just going to control the line as much as I can. Tanuki, TNR teammate, trying to get to the inside, doesn't work. For some reason, it becomes night out of nowhere. They decide to make it day again, and it is blinding bright all of a sudden. It's like the sun had no shadow at all. Then I get spun around. I go up and over, save it off of my 2 ECR drivers. And yeah, the 24 runs into the 19 who's merging for some reason. And we get going again. It is noticeably brighter now. I do believe they fix it eventually. But yeah, they decided to mess with the lighting for some reason in the game, and nobody liked it, so they have reverted eventually. I can put in the wall by the 24. He erects, and I'm fine with it. But it collects my driver, so I'm not so fine with it. So Oda brake checked me because he thought the caution was out. It wasn't. So yeah. Then the 41 wrecks. I try saving him. Doesn't work. Still no caution though, which I'm fine with, cause I want this race to be over, even though we're not even 2/3 of the way through. And yeah, lots of stuff going on. Not really anymore. But as I say that, the 19 goes around. Yes, I'm quiet all of a sudden because I don't care. I am bored. This voice recording is very boring for me because it's an hour-long voice recording. This is not a fun voice recording. But I'm going to keep doing it. I am now behind the 10, the 38 on my outside, the 23 behind me. We put the 38 in the wall. Oda in the 20 is merging up. The 10 puts the 38 up on the high side again, because why not? 23 goes to the high side, tries making it 3 wide, doesn't work. The 4 now behind me. We have TNR on the inside line now. They're causing chaos behind me. I'm just rambling at this point. The 38, they're getting into a wreck, and they almost hit Banana in the 19. I get behind the 4, luckily. At least some of us from TNR are still together, but then the 10 and the 38 wreck. 'Cause why not? And then I go to the inside 'cause I want to. And people are still wrecking somehow. I'm going to try and give the draft to the 4. Hopefully he can clear this 9 car, and he does for a second, but he didn't take the opportunity. Luckily, the 23 is behind us and will give us a very handsome shot into the corner, get us to the inside, and now Oda's on the inside. He clears out King in the 9, and we keep going. Luckily, this race is finally winding down. We are now halfway through this video, and I am leading with the 4 car. But again, very boring at this point of the race, which is fine. There's always going to be a boring part of the race. But who cares? Because we needed it. The 4 on the inside with me. He's going to get to the inside. I push him below the double yellow, and he's going to lose spots. I try and go below the double yellow to give him draft, but it doesn't work. And it doesn't really do anything. The 24 now behind me. I have a feeling he won't let off my bumper, and he doesn't. But it allows me to go back down to the inside and ride with this 4 car. But they're 4 wide, so someone has to go up and over. As you see, Dega, who you haven't seen in a long time in this race, is finally back up here. But we decided to go 4 wide for a moment. Now we're 3 wide. I'm in between 2 people I would rather not be in between right now because they have not so good reputations. The 4 and the 38 go around. The 4 vicious wreck, like always. The 41 pushing the 19 right now. I'm looking backwards, not paying attention. 19 puts the 41 below the double yellow. I'm trying to get a push from the 24. And stuff is happening. The 20's merging. The 41 to the inside again. We're 3 wide right now in turn 3. King puts me up the track. More people pass on the inside. Dega, on the other hand, he's finally making a pass for the lead. And chaos is ensuing right as he does that. And he loses it right away. But on the bright side, I now get to draft with him as we are now on the 2/3 mark of this race, hoping to just keep going in this race. But you know, we hit the 2/3 mark, so you know what's about to happen. There they go. 88 around, gets the 19, gets the 20 as well. 88 still sideways. finally fixes it, but turns the 41 doing so, and the caution finally comes out. We had like a 5 lap run and didn't have a caution, so what do you know, the NRRA gods just had to wait until the 2/3 mark for cautions to come out, and I eventually get spun because I haven't had that happen to me in a while. So now I'm hoping for more wrecks, and what do you know? Nothing happens for once because a caution came out. So now we finally have a restart after a good amount of laps. Very boring part of that race just now. We are off green again, over 2/3 of the way through the race finally. This race, now the plan that we made at the very beginning of the race with Odoge is now available, or I should say isn't available anymore. We are now getting rid of that plan. We're just being aggressive at this point. Now we're trying to fight and get to the lead as much as we can. Um, 88 leading right now, the 23 behind him. 23's looked good so far in this race, but he does force some people up the track there. He has looked like one of the better rookies so far in this race. Him and Blue have been up the field a lot, but you notice you haven't seen a lot of the ECR guys. They've been just sitting at the back for the majority of the race. But as I say that, the 38, here he comes on the inside. He's trying to be a little silent here. He's going to get a push from the 41. He's going to go 4 wide for some reason. And the 19 is going to spin. He's going to go up and over into the catch fence even. He's going to go up and over again because why not? The 34, you just barely saw him. He was spinning. Haven't seen much other than that from him in this race. I'm now pushing my friend in the 38. We have a lot of TNR and Ford guys up here. The 34 actually saved the wreck somehow from earlier. That is a throwback car actually for him. He won the 500 in that scheme for his old team a couple seasons ago. So he decided to try and get some luck out of that scheme. But nothing really happens so far. As the 4 goes around, we do save him. And we have 4s all in the top 5. But, you know, nothing can be great. Something has to happen, and it does, causing a wreck. And we have still 3 Fords up here, but then we have KJS. It's TNR versus KJS up here at the front right now. The 19 is merging very close to us, but he's going to pop into the track into P6. I'm still getting a push from the 4. He's getting pushed by the 9, who's getting pushed by the 19. Huge accordion effect. I know, it's crazy. The 9 gets turned a little bit by his teammate. He goes around, gets the 10 as well. The caution, I do believe, will fly now as the 24 goes down the track very quickly. And the 4 now, me and him pushing our way through, trying to get away from everybody. The 19 does get to the inside. I get off the 4, put him down the track. The 19 now, Banan, technically a rookie this season. He raced one race last season just because he had to fill in for someone. The 88 does go around now. You see Oda up there. He's with Dega. They're just racing for last place, basically, up there. They're not trying to merge with us. But Banan leading the pack right now. The 4 going to the inside. He's going to wreck the 24. Lap 44 of 60. Now lap 45 of 60s. They almost hit Blue coming to the line, I'm pretty sure. But I am now with the 4 and the 34 on this restart. And what do you know? We get the better start out of the lines. Blue, as you saw in the back there, he wasn't going. His game broke or something. His game froze on his screen, he had said, and he couldn't really do much. So now he has to leave and rejoin. It's a very chaotic process during this time because you have people from Dylan's community trying to join the game because that's all they love to do. But in the meantime, I'm trying to go to the lead or push someone to the lead right now, but it's not going to be the 19. I'm going to go to the lead. The 34 is with me, but he's going to get stranded on the outside. So now I have Doge drivers behind me, Oda and Banan. Oda is going to get to the inside here. The 88 goes around. He wrecks, but I have found the 34 once again. The 10 is up here as well. I can't really do much with him, but he gets turned by the 24. And he tries turning, and the 10 comes up the track and cleans out the field. But somehow it works. You see server unlocked. I turn the 41 in the process as that happens. Banana is blocking the 10 all the way down the apron for some reason on the back stretch. And the 10 comes back up the track and wrecks. He involves the 20. He gets me involved. The 4, the 41 involved in it as well. And no caution. So we get back up into the pack. Rover, that 34 car, I haven't seen him much until these last couple of laps. He's finally up here trying to race for something. You see Blue, he's now coming up the track as well. He's merging with some of the people that had wrecked in the back. I'm now holding the outside line with the 34 and the 10 because we want to work together. Even though we are not the exact same team, we are both Ford, and TNR technically owns my team in ECR, so we are obliged to work together. But the 34 gets sent to the back of this pack. I get put into a 3 wide, now 4 wide situation with some drivers, and I'm trying to get away. Blue, you see, he's now up here, and people are still wrecking, as you can see. And now I'm trying to fight for this lead. I'm on the outside. I have Blue and Tanuki here behind me. And I go up into the air, into the wall. 24 also into the wall. The 23 almost wrecks the 10, but doing so, he'll wreck himself. Gets the 38 and 41 a little bit, but he does actually save it. They all save it, actually. And now we're going to try and push past the 19 here. We're not letting off in this corner. The 10 gets out in front. The 38 now behind me. We are closing in on the final 10 laps of this race. We're coming to 12 to go actually this time by. We are actually now getting to the part where we're all excited now because we know the end of the race is here. We all want this race to end, but we also want good finishing positions. We don't want to just throw away position. So now everything starts getting a little more fun and a little more exciting. The 19 trying to make some spots. The 10 puts me up in the wall a little bit. I'm trying to get behind him so I can push, and I'm able to. They do push the 38 down a little bit. I'm trying to push the 10, but there they go behind us. The 23 around, others around. The 10 actually goes around in front. 38 around. The 88 still going. The 19 thought he was going to go full speed into the corner going through the grass, but it doesn't work. I'm going to now try and make a move on the 88. I decide to go to the outside. The 41 pushing me. I'm going to get a run, and it is going to work. I'm going to get to the lead, and Dega is going to be behind me pushing. So now, the 23, as you can see in the back, that car that backed up and then got a big start, gave us a huge push to get out to the lead. Me and Dega now with 12 laps to go, trying to get out of the way and get to the lead and kind of control the group. We want to have one of us win this race. My priority is to try and get him into the playoffs as soon as possible. But, you know, if I can win a race, that'd be cool. Banan now goes to the inside line. He's going to keep pushing me. I know he's going to not let off. And he gets to the inside. He wrecks his teammate, the 20. The 38 gets into the wall a little bit. He's going to try and save it. He does. I get into the wall because of Banan. And Dega gets turned. The 24 around, the 19 around. 41, I think, went back up the track and collected someone. But now we have me, the 10, and the 38 up here. We got some Fords still alive after the wreck. I'm going to push the 10 here, try and get him out into the lead a little bit more. But he goes to the inside. I do let off enough to stay with him, but I do eventually get pushed out to the outside. Blue hooks me a little bit. Wasn't intentional, but it happened. I now get squeezed with the 19 a little bit, getting to the wall because of the 88 going up the track. And now I'm going to sit on the inside. Blue gets an opportunity here. The 10 and him get wrecked, though, because King and Banan decided they wanted to wreck again. But good news is we are now on 9 laps to go. We are within the final 10 laps. Now, everyone wants this race to be over, but at the same time, they want to be at the front when this race is over. So now, the 9 out in front, I'm just going to have to push him for the moment. I need to wait until I can see a teammate, but I decide not to. I'll push him out of the way. Now I have the 19 behind me, but he gets turns. Now it's the 23 behind me. He has a pretty vicious wreck, actually, but we don't care. The 24 now behind, the 20 behind him. I know this 24 doesn't want to let off, so I have to basically brake check him through the corners if I wanted to stay in front, but it doesn't work. I wash up the track into the 88. 34 finally making an appearance after a good while, but it's very short-lived. 38 now back behind me. I'm behind the 10 now. 24 washed up the track. I'm able to push the 10. We go down the track a little bit. The 19 goes into me. They wreck. People are wrecking everywhere now. We're still wrecking. I'm around a little bit. The 19 is somehow back up here. He wrecks himself again. He goes up flying into the air, cartwheeling, and no caution is called somehow. I'm now pushing Xenon in this 23 car, trying to get up to this lead pack, try and find a teammate of some sort, but we get a little more squirrely, and the 23 goes around. I get involved a little bit, and now I'm going to be side by side with the 34. One of my drivers, Rover, running a Daytona throwback. But the 9 pushes the 88 out of the way and gets me behind these lead cars. I have the 10 now, Tanuki, one of my true teammates, and then Blue, the 38, one of my drivers who is technically a teammate of some sorts. I'm pushing this 10 as much as I can. The 38 out, trying to stay out in front right now, but it's not going to work without any help. So now here come me and the 10. The 34 also trying to get up to us, but we get a little squirrely again, and we are going to start wrecking once more. The 20 goes around. The 10 is behind the 88 now. He's looking to get to the lead. Caution does eventually come out. I'm going to get a push to the 10. He's going to get up in the lead, and he is very comfortably going to get the lead. I push the 24 up the track, basically wreck him, but we're now on 6 laps to go. Not much time is left in this race. Everyone is going to be even more aggressive now, as if they weren't already. It's going to get very chaotic very quickly here. I get to the inside, and that's going to allow me to hopefully get a push by the 10 eventually, but not going to work right now. So I will work with last year's championship rival of mine, the 88 of Soaring, but Tanuki right behind. I know what he's going to try and do. He's going to try and push this 88 out of the way, but not going to be able to happen if the 19 pushes the 10 out of the way first. So now I basically brake check the field because I don't want to cause wrecks. But they decide to go 4 wide with me. I now have Blue pushing me. Tanuki goes to the low side, and Blue cleans out the field pretty much. But we stay green somehow because enough people saved their cars. 5 laps to go here. Not much time left, as I've said a couple times now. The 20 now pushing me. I'm trying to get to the inside so I can give the 10 some help. It's not going to happen, though. The 20 and 10 do get involved in a little scuffle right there, but they are fine. I'm now side by side with Oda in that Target 20 car. 24 on the inside. 38 going to try and push Oda out in front, but it's not going to work. We go 6 wide or something. I don't even know at that point. Too many wide at Daytona. I now go around again, but I do save it because I am just like that. 38 gets around a little bit. He's able to save it, correct it. The 9 and 24 team, or that's not the 9, that's the 10, sorry, not teammates. They were fighting for that lead. The 19 trying to get somewhere. The 4, you haven't seen him much in a long time. He was out there for a sec, but not much anymore. The 19 pushes people up the track, but it kind of allows for some spacing. The 4, you saw a little glimpse there. I decide to fall back, get behind the 38. Dega now merging. The 10 is going to go around off the front bumper of the 19 because he will not let off the gas. I'm now going to push the 38 here, hoping that this 4 car will do the same, but they go below the double yellow for a sec. The 38 now, I'm trying to push him. The 4 finally back up here after being up front a large part of the first part of the race. 38 gets to the low side after shoving King out of the way. He's now going to push the 4. We have 3 laps to go, hoping we can just get to the white flag and finish this race. The 38 pushes the 19 into the wall. He's actually going to get to the inside with the 19. And they are three wide for the lead now. The 4 kind of stranded like a duck. And the 24 gets to the inside. And the 19 pushes them into a merging car of Oda in the 20. And lots of chaos ensues because of it. People start wrecking the 24 to the inside of the 19. The 88 on the inside of me. The 4 and 38 side by side. They almost wreck. The 19 goes around. He is going to have to merge before the white flag if he wants to finish this race if we don't have a caution. The 24 of Iron, new team out in front. The 88, new team entirely in second. I'm in third, the most recent champ. The 4, Hank, he hasn't done much. The 38, part of a new team, even a new driver entirely. See King up in front, the 9. He is not going to merge, which means he will not be able to finish this race if it goes caution free to the line. Now the 38 goes up the track a little bit. He's going to push the 24 out of the way. The 4 on the inside. The 38 on the inside. They're going to keep wrecking behind. I'm going to look back here, hope that a caution doesn't come out. The 38 pushing me. The caution does come out, though. And it's going to cause an overtime to occur. Me and the 38 are going to be side by side. I didn't really want that, but I now have the 10 behind me, which is a good thing. 2-lap shootout here at Daytona in the first overtime. I brake to let the 38 out in front. He's going to be your leader, and I'm going to be pushing him. You know for sure I am going to push him as far as I possibly can. Try and push him to the win if I really can. Get him a rookie win if I really can. If it is possible. The 10 and the 23 get a little squirrely, but allows the 19. He decides to go to the way inside, like below the double yellow. He gets back up the track. People, as you can see, are loose in the back. People are wrecking. More people wrecking. The 19 into the wall. And a lot of stuff happens. I'm pushing the 38. I look back. Carnage behind. And the caution comes out. It could have been a win there for the 38 if the caution didn't come out. But now, me and the 38 switch spots on this restart. He gets out just more in front of me than I can get to the lead. The 9 fell back enough where I could have braked and got to the inside, so I did that. And now I'm going to push this 38 right back into the spots we were just in. The 20 and 4th, he is not going to try and pull a lot of moves. I'm going to keep pushing this 38. I do not want to wreck, but we almost do. I'm going to come back up the track side by side with the 9. The 20, he's now going to get to the inside for a sec, but he won't. He's going to go up and over. He is not going to be able to save it. He is not going to actually cause a caution to come out. Now the 10 pushing me. The 19 is parked. The 38 is going to lead us to the final lap at the Daytona 500. The rookie blue is out front right now, getting pushed by the 10 of Tanuki. They go up the track. Tanuki goes on the wall. The 38 still leading. The 4 is now going to take a look to the inside. He's going to get to the lead. and I have a decision to make. Do I help the 38, my driver, or the 4, my teammate? I decided to help the 38 as the 41 Adega is behind the 4. We are going crazy right now. We're trying to see what can happen. I get crazy loose. I somehow save it, and Dega gets to the lead somehow. He's pulling away right now. Everybody is wrecking behind. I go to the high side. The 4 is around. The 41 is out front. He's going to block the 24. And he is going to win the Season 7 Daytona 500. And in his final season, he's going to win it and lock himself into the playoffs right away and accomplish one half of the goal I wanted for this season in race number 1. Congrats to Daytona in the 41 for winning the 500 and making the playoffs in Season 7.